So, since we did the retro episode on platformers not too long ago, and Sonic was my crack on, and I need some video capture for it, I thought we'd have a blast of it, and Archie, you can tell us why you've never been that big a fan of it, and I'll tell you why I was. And
cracking.
Yeah, so obviously when we were chatting about this in the podcast, my crack on was that this is like the first game I ever really played. So obviously nostalgia glasses are pretty thick for me, and you can't deny this game looks cool.
Yeah, it looks alright. It's not bad.
No, but if you look at this in comparison to like what Mario looked like, this is 1991, by the way.
Okay,
this
so
is
where
like,
was Mario in relevance to this? Which Mario game had just come out in 1991? Was it maybe Super Mario... Was it World?
I don't think World was out yet. I think World came out after this. So this came out around about the time we're thinking of like...
Yeah.
Think all you've seen until this point is like NES Mario titles.
Mm-hmm.
And then,
No, I'm being like sarcastic. Like, this does look good for 1991. It still looks good now. It's one of those things where the 2D games hold up like significantly better than the 3D ones. You know, I mean, not that there was any 3D games in 1991, not many at least. But even then, this game still holds up better than some of the 3D games that came out much later in the early 90s.
And like, I know exactly what you mean. I remember your complaint was this is Sonic's meant to be like fast as hell, right? And most of the levels are designed around the fact that he's not actually that fast. Like you can do fast things, but then it causes you to die. So like the game design itself, going back to it, like I want to roll and go fast and do all these loopy-loops and shit, but there are points where it's just like, right, maybe early on in the game, like it's forgiving, it lets you do that. By the way, falling under here even with invincibility will kill you, which is kind of stupid.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, damn. Bottomless pits are just always bottomless in Sonic.
Yeah, I don't know. This game just never grabbed me. Like it felt like it's not bad. It's still it's still impressive for the time and everything. But Sonic as a whole was always like two ideas like butting heads with each other. Like one's trying to be a platformer, and one's trying to be like I don't know, like a rhythm speed game to a certain degree. And I just don't think either of them like ever worked very well.
No,
at least when you compare to Mario, like Mario's platformer, I think even today still like holds up really, really well. But I know plenty of people who would opt to play this over those older Mario games, or the ones that came out around about this time.
I'll tell you what, though, I wouldn't opt to play this. I hate these bonus levels. They are like frustratingly annoying, and they sort of control terribly.
Yeah, I hate the weight of Sonic and everything. Like to me, he never handled very well, and yeah, I don't know. I played this when I was a kid, and I think I just wanted to like it because, well, it was popular, and I was a kid, so I would have just played anything. But I was never really enjoying myself very much when I was playing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Sonic fans. Sonic never grabbed me.
Yeah, he is a bit of a for a fast mammal. I assume hedgehogs are mammals. He is a bit of a lump. And there's these things here. If you have a look at this ground, how it's cool that it's like curved. That wasn't something Mario had at the time. Like, I don't even know what you call them. Just like non-grid based levels. The hills that they have, like rolling hills that you can go up and down.
Yeah, it's got a bit more dimension to it.
Because everything's flat, like literally platforms in Mario. Here we have the loop-the-loops. I'll tell you what though, if you like stood on one of these edge bits, and like you jump. Like the jump's a bit offset. Oh, I've got fast mode. I can never do that bit. Oh, he says as he smashes it. Oh man, I've got the fast boots as well, which are like kind of cool. But
yeah, actually, I do like the look of this. This is really good for
shite.
Really,
that's a ball ache. That thing. The kind of like the spikes in the original Sonic. There is no like invulnerability after you die. Oh fuck man, I'm so bad at these bits.
What amazes me is that Sonic seems to have never been able to like recapture this popularity from back in the day. The new ones never seem to do very well, or they you get like something like Sonic Mania that comes out, or even a few years ago you had Sonic Episode 4, or whatever, Sonic 4 Episodes 1 and 2, and they never bothered making the third one, and a lot of Sonic for like people. I guess people like from our era, people like you, Joe, and who played this game when they were younger, probably like them. But I'm guessing they're not appealing to like a broader audience anymore. You know, like.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic has this thing as well, which you'll watch me do again and again, is that it's like, as long as you have one ring, you're essentially invulnerable. So
yeah,
you just
that's
keep
cool.
getting,
I like that.
Yeah, but you just keep getting hit and scrambling for a ring. That's all. That's the only consequence to getting hurt. Is that just make sure you capture that one ring, because you are invulnerable during that time, just not if you land on spikes. If you land on spikes, you seem to just bounce between them, and any contact with the spikes will hurt you. So basically, if you land awkwardly on spikes, even if you've got a shield, rings, etc., you're just going to bounce off them and die.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time, you've got this like little period of invulnerability. Oh, man, this is a jam. I do love the music in Sonic. It's just funkier. It's funkier than Mario. Like, Mario has like all this jaunty music, but like...
Oh, I love the jaunt.
Yeah, but Sonic is like pure funk.
Yeah. I do like the design of this Sonic. I don't like modern Sonic where they've just like put more edge into him and give him longer legs. Yeah. I like this fat Sonic.
Dumpy Sonic, yeah.
Yeah, there's something that's like more appealing about it.
That's cool as well. I love these.
Like nicer shapes and whatnot.
Oh, look at that. Look at the lava coming after you.
Always a lava. Lava needs to make a comeback in modern games.
Yeah. It's this is the thing where I've seen like long discussions about Sonic, and obviously it's all about like the high speed gameplay, and then immediately the second world of Sonic is like really slow.
Yeah, no,
like Sonic's not running anymore. He's in a dungeon.
Yeah, and you're just playing with this weighty blue bastard trying to get him through the level, and it's nah. It feels like 2D Tomb Raider almost, just lumpy.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's got some cool little animations and stuff. He's look at that when he pushes.
Oh no, that's great. I love that stuff, man.
These are cool as well. Some of them are scheme, like that one doesn't jump down. Like, that's just like horrid early 90s game design where it's like, yeah, fuck you, we're going to teach you that like these drop on you, but they don't, but sometimes they will.
I love it. Yeah, this game's so readable though. Like, you know exactly what you can interact with and what's the background.
Love that edge animation as well.
Yeah, that's class. All that blast processing, man.
Yeah.
that made up thing.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, that's like a like you have to remember this level type bit of level design there, isn't it? So it's like you're gonna run and jump up this platform, but what we're gonna do, like a bunch of bummels, is just hoy in a random flame that leaps up at you.
Yeah. Sonic has passed.
They didn't do this is. I think they got rid of the 3-act thing as well after this game. Sonic 2 only had 2 acts per world.
For real. So here's the thing about me, right? Even when I was young, I hated characters who they were trying to, like, the people who were designing them, like the executives and all that, because Sonic does feel like it's been designed by committee, like which a lot of these games are, but Sonic really feels like it's been designed by committee.
Yeah, they've went.
Not a problem.
Blue tests wells with teens aged 40,
something like that.
Whatever, yeah.
And when you feel something that's trying to be cool, like Sonic is, even me being like, you know, it's so lame. It never works, man. I remember seeing somebody. Yeah, we'll go the first mention, the promotional material for Crash, which was done outside of like Naughty Dog. They always trying to make them look edgy, and they put them in like basketball t-shirts and all that, and have them big gold chains. I'm like, that's so lame, man. Why are you doing that?
I know he looks much better. He looks much better in jean shorts and all stars,
high tops or whatever. Like,
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it never worked for me. It's cool characters. You can't force cool into something.
You can't. But if you were like me and you were like 4 or 5 when you first played this game, then you weren't clever enough to realise that this was like them proper playing you. Oh, that's a dick move. Did you see that? The spring.
I looked away.
See this spring thing? That's just at the end, and that'll just launch you back straight into some lava for, you know, just a kind of big FU to the player.
People now would just say that's the Dark Souls of platforming games.
well, look at this. This is flipping nonsense. Like the blue blur or whatever his nickname is, and he has me on a really slow platform going through lava, choosing like independent jumps.
Yeah,
I think they got a better idea of this Sonic Mania did it really well. They have like some really smooth flowing levels, but Jesus, like those bits, it's like kill the pace.
Yeah.
And so
I remember playing Sonic Generations.
That was decent.
I remember that one actually being alright.
It was a nice
heard
bit of something for everything, wasn't there?
Yeah, it seems like they were starting to eventually understand how to do the 3D side of it. This might not be true, but I'm pretty sure, like back in the more or less the PS2 days, like the problem with making a 3D Sonic game was that the length of the level was too big or something for computers to handle at the time, because obviously you go so very, very fast, and to generate all that map in 3D would have been like too taxing on like modern machines or something. Oh, I mean not modern machines, but machines at the time.
Older machines, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but it seems like there may be some legitimacy to it. It's,
God, I know what you're talking about with age, like when you mentioned on the podcast. My twitchy platforming skills are not what they used to be. I'm gonna blame breaking my finger a while ago. I mean, it was my pinky, and it's not even being used. But like now I'm kind of edgy. Cause,
I like that look up. That's cool. It's kind of like,
yeah, he's got some like his little like crouch down. He like covers his head and stuff. There's some nice animations. Yeah, I'm in the like. Oh, there we go. Oh.
Not bad.
Level 5 of Sonic, and I'm already struggling.
Score.
He's a decent wee. Well, look. It's not a perfect game by any stretch, especially this part of the game. I like the tune. Thank God it's got a bit of a tune, and like these like parallax backgrounds are nice. Like the mountains in the background, and just the whole like look of everything in Sonic, I think is kind of cool. Not including Sonic's like own character design, which is but like the animations in him and stuff like that, where he like stands on the edge, and he's like, oh, and what's the thing? If you stand long enough with him, he gets impatient. Like that was his whole like attitude. Hang on, we'll see if he does it. There we go. And he's like, yeah, man, are we ready to go? Well, basically, that's his like whole crack on. And there's like some nice animation and character design that like sort of like brings them all together, even if his like general like base design is a bit stupid.
I don't mind the base design. I can kind of see it's trying to do the I guess it's trying to be like a Western thing and an Eastern thing at the same time. Like,
yeah, so very much
so it's a big amalgamation of kind of like, I guess, the Looney Tunes popular 90s like American animation look, and they're trying to put some like Japanese stuff in there.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, to be fair, he is like the OG spiky blue hair.
Mm.
I don't know, that might have been a thing in I don't think it was a thing in anime back then, at least not in like 1991. But since then, Jesus, every anime has a spiky blue haired guy. And now we have them in real life with our friend Ninja.
Aye.
Gotta have the spiky blue hair, don't you? God, it's so... It is slow. Like, this world is, like, one of my least favourite ones because of the fact that it's just, like... I want to get Sonic running, not, like, waiting for...
jumping from...
Well, not... Yeah, you just, like, walk across these things, like, which are kind of cool, but I want to just, like... Oh, fuck's sake, I can't go and see that. Oh, there we go.
Sonic's got momentum, doesn't he? Like, as in...
Yeah. If I have an opportunity to make him roll, his speed will build up down hills and stuff.
Yeah.
But apparently they decided for the second world of the game they should just do away with all that.
I'll tell you what, though. I've played one of the Sonic racing games. What's it called? All-Star Racing Transformed or something. I think it's called that. That's a really good racing game. Like, connected to Sonic.
That's a recent rejiggering. What's the point in all these bat robots? For the sake of 3 rings. Yeah, I only touched like Mario Kart. That's like the only one of these kart races I replay. I did once rent, as I mentioned for you, Crash Team Racing when it first came out. I did borrow that from like a Global Video or a Blockbuster, I remember, over a weekend, and like really chinned it. Not like fully chinned it, but like had a good session on it, and got like quite a way into the game. Like so much so it was like worth keeping the save on my memory card for ages, because I was like, one day I'll come back and like finish off the last bits of that game, and that was decent as well. But I think without like the support of their own franchises, you know, with like Sega going down and like Crash games sort of seemingly being done, there's not much place for like more of these. Fuck's sake, yeah.
It's a shame.
Oh, I hate this bit. If you fall back down, it's like right back to the start of all this crack on.
So when did Robotnik become Eggman, and why? Why did they change?
I can't remember. I think it was the dealie with they did something in maybe the first 3D ones. I refuse though. I'm just like, nah, he's Robotnik. I'm just one of them people.
Robotnik's such a better name than Eggman.
But I think he's called Eggman in Japanese, and because they just did it's something like, basically back in the day, they just didn't flip and talk to anyone when it came to, oh, he's still attacking us even though he's finished. What a dick. I could technically die in this like end screen. Yeah. Yeah, I remember this being like this whole kind of thing that like in the early 90s they just like sent games over and there weren't any kind of like translation records or anything like that. They just went, here it is. And because, you know, like games didn't have like a book of lore or anything like that, they'd just sort of go, aye, alright, yeah, here's the game. And then when they had to put together the instruction manual for them, like they used to just make up whatever the hell they wanted.
Okay.
You know, like the Koopalings in Mario, how they're all named after like musicians and...
Oh, they actually?
Yeah, you've got like Iggy Cooper and Ludwig van Cooper and...
That's awesome.
And then one who's just, I forget, what's his name? One who's just like got a really normal name because the guy who was naming them just went, he just sort of looked like one of them. So, yeah, but that's what they used to do. They used to just like get the stuff and go, we'll just make up some crack on. Like, I think there was an original Sonic manual where it says like Sonic's from Nevada or something like that. Like, it's just not, they just made up the lore because
oh my god.
See, here we've got some momentum. Sorry, just to... Like, I can get...
Sonic's from Nevada.
Something like that. It's just that... Oh! Aha! See?
What the heck was that? Was that...
It's like a little robot-y version of me, almost. Oh, fuck's sake.
Sonic.
Oh, fuck's sake. See, you can just kind of, like, chin this if you just keeping the rings.
Like, yeah, I think, like...
That's what kind of ruins the gameplay. Yeah, let's get some speed up, because that's what he's about, isn't he?
So the more
that's it.
paradise they put into Sonic, the more like I just lost interest with this franchise as a whole. Like when you had like,
it got a little
Tails
bit
is
desperate,
alright,
didn't it?
And then Knuckles, which is a bit like, you know, I wouldn't want to be friends with somebody called Knuckles. Dread the thing what he's into, and but then
probably nothing worse than
like...
the rest of the Sonic fan base.
Then you've got like, what's it like, Amy, the pink one? Well, you know, that's a nice name. Then it's then Shadow. Isn't he like edgy as Sonic?
Like... Oh, he's terrible, man. Yeah, that was whoa. That's.
Isn't that like
wondering what
Glam
momentum
Rock Sonic?
does that? Do you say
like
Hard Rock Sonic?
No, Glam Rock Sonic, like the white one.
Silver. Is it? I think it's
Is he called Silver?
If it's the white one with like sort of dreadlocks, but not. You know how like Knuckles has dreadlocks as well. He doesn't have the anime spiky hair thing. These bits are cool. Look at that. That's what you want Sonic to be about. This kind of crack on.
Yeah. See, that looks alright.
And the great.
So I would have been about
music.
like 8 when I first played Sonic. Like I would have seen it in shops and all that, but like I knew no one who had a Sega. Like, and the first like fast game I ever really played was one of those Wipeout racing games. And when you play Wipeout, I mean, which was made years later, you go back to Sonic, you're kind of like,
this isn't really that fast.
Yeah. You go play Wipeout, you're like, God, this is cool as anything. I mean, these futuristic spaceships, I don't want to be this blue fella.
No, he seems a bit... Oh, look at that, like, spring right at the start of the level, yeah? So you, like, give that a go. Oh, there we go.
Go fast.
Go fast? No. Want to go fast? No. It's
like, why are they doing that? That's so annoying. Like...
I know, but then you get this bit and you're like, oh, this could be cool. All right.
Oh man.
Like, see, you've got bits like this. No, but this is it. You can like build up momentum and stuff, and it's kind of, you know, like a half pipe, except there where it like bugs out. But like, you can use that momentum to like launch yourself up, and like most of the game should involve that.
Here's
but
the thing.
It's almost like they went, nah, I'm all right. And then these slow bits, which I can roll in. But, you know, they put these in, so I can't.
it feels like Sonic is too center screen here. You know, if you want something to like go fast, like surely you want to like see what's coming up.
Yeah, I should be on like the far left of the screen and the like
furthest left. Yeah, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'll forgive them like for not, having the hindsight to think of those things back in '99. But
no, I think Sonic's linked to. I think the camera's just linked to Sonic. You barely. Yeah. Fuck's sake, these bits are so annoying. Like, yeah. I think Sonic's problem is not the game itself. I think it's level design, because it's like who thought this would be fun?
What lunatic?
What lunatic? Team Sonic, like.
Oh my god!
Like,
but you're getting points for that. Like,
yeah,
is
but
that points?
What do points even count for? Like, I've got 664,000 points. Cool. Oh shit. And then, like, there was an opportunity there for me to just like go fast and do something cool. And they're like, no, let's just put some shite in the way. There's our mate.
Who's that?
Dickhead is who he is.
Did that not work?
I don't know. It looked like shit. And then all these bits where you're like, look at this. This would be cool if I could do that.
Oh, this is great.
Like, again, why put that spring just to be a dickhead about it? Oh, there was a bit where I could have jumped. Like, the only moment in the game where I would have had like some fun going quick as Sonic.
I'm starting to remind myself why I was never the biggest fan of this franchise.
No, definitely your argument about the whole like he's a character that should go fast but doesn't is like legitimate, especially for this one. Like, if we go back and try this with like Sonic 2 at some point, like Sonics do get better. And it seems like this one seemed to just like, oh fuck's sake, exist. I'm trying to get this thing off.
Oh my god.
Okay. Sorry, this thing existed solely to like, it probably looked cool in like demo cabinets in the in shops and stuff. And then it was, and then when it became as the tie-in game when you bought a Mega Drive or Genesis, then yeah, it's like it's impressive. It looks cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, and it'll entertain you long enough. Like, it's not a horrendous game. There were games that were worse than this.
Not, really.
There were tons of games that were worse than this, but it just kind of like fails on its only premise.
Yeah.
So maybe if they didn't say Sonic was meant to be all fast and stuff and didn't like, ring that bell, then maybe it would be fine. If they just went, Sonic's just a platformer, he runs a little fast, but since the whole focus was on him being like fast and full of attitude, and then these like sort of time segments where I'm like, I've just got to wait for like objects in the world to do their thing. Like, I can't speed up this crap. I've just got to, you know. There's some nice like platforming sections if you like platforming. I'm probably going the wrong way here. Like,
I do.
Like, this is some nice 2D platforming that you've got to do, and like cool ideas, having these weird like spinny things that, oh great, that probably was the wrong way. You know what? It's a platformer. I'm just gonna go right into that spiky ball, and then get stuck back at these slow platforms, which is like really killing the pace of this game.
Like, I forget, it's our first game trying to work this platforming thingy out, so you gotta like have some.
There's a lot more cool stuff. Oh, for fuck's sake!
What the fuck killed you?
I got squished, but the platform was actually moving away from me. But I guess I just like it was just a sort of hitbox thing that oh no, I have to go back to this bit where I'm trying to get this shield. Yeah. So. Yeah, they're like trying something out for the first time. It does a lot of cool stuff that like Mario wasn't doing, and the aesthetic's a little cooler than Mario. I know you said it's like designed by committee or whatever, but Mario is like really flippin' twee, isn't it? I mean, you've got like the clouds and the hedges, which are like the same object. They're the ones that have got little smiley faces on them, and everything in Mario's got a little smiley face. Look at these buildings in the background here of Sonic. Like, it is sort of like grim. Like, you got these silhouetted buildings, evil like robot crabs. Oh, for God's sake. Giant like floating balls of like spikes and stuff.
Do you think Sonic's catchphrase, that is his catchphrase, gotta go fast, isn't it?
I think it is.
Do you think that was just, like, feedback from the higher-ups? Like, you've got to go fast, man. Like, stop all this nonsense. And they just made, I mean, they thought it was like... I don't know if
they even played it. By the looks of it, it's like, this is the kind of thing, the Discord with Sonic's, like, whole kind of, like, look and feel, and then the games itself, like, it's almost like the advertising didn't line up with it.
Oh, my God. Why did the crabs turn into pigs?
No, because there's animals trapped in all the robots. That's what Dr. Robotnik's done, which is, like, sort of dark. See, that bit was cool. I'll have that. Oh, and then there's, like, a reward for going fast. I got this, and now I can go fast. Because I got the fast boots, which are even faster. Which only really work, I guess, if you're invincible like I am now. And now's a bit where it slows it down. Brilliant.
Oh, my God.
See, it's cool when I can go fast and I'm invincible. Like, that's what the game should be almost all the time. Just go as fast as you want. Not you sell out. Oh! And those are things. Yeah, so Dr. Robotnik's captured all the animals in, like, wherever it is that Sonic lives.
And when did the chili dogs come into this? I heard Sonic like chili dogs.
I think they were in the second one. Okay. There's, like, a casino zone in the second one, and there's, like... I thought they were chili dogs. They were like these bumper things which look like hot dogs. And I guess if everyone else worked out or thought they were chili dogs, then they must have been. And then I think it became like sort of a... What's going on here? Oh, it just moves up and down. Oh no, if it's out of sync, I'm fucked. I'm gonna have to wait for these to sync up. There we go.
Oh no.
Yeah, there's a lot of this, isn't there?
See, that's okay. That's like platforming.
Yeah, but it's platforming, but he's meant to be fast. Oh, this is a cool boss, though. He does have some cool bosses.
Right, what are these lines in the middle of the screen that are flashing? They're really annoying.
Oh, they're just cool, funky background shit, because you're in the funky background land. I don't know. This is a cool boss. I like this, where he, like, kind of, like, removes the blocks from under your feet. Oh, so it gets progressively more difficult because I've got to not only time my jumps.
I love Robotnik's face when you hit him, and his mustache.
His mustache gets upset. I think I've got to wait and like encourage him. Oh shit! Oh, is that game over? Oh well, screw this game. Actually, I'm gonna rage quit.
I'm gonna rage quit this stream.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, it's that's pretty annoyed us there because I had a sort of thing going.
Sugar.
But now you get the flipping ident, don't you? In the like, it's not a bad game. It's just not anything what they were trying to say it was. This is the demo running, not me playing, so you can watch something that's
Joe
better
playing.
than me.
Pass the controller, Joe. I'm gonna have a go. Whoop. Yeah, this is how you're supposed to play this game.
But yeah, like, look at this. This is what they were like. Look at Sonic. Look how fast he goes, and he just jumps on stuff. And you know, once he's in jump mode, he's effectively like a circular saw. So don't worry about it.
Yeah. One of their QA definitely did this video. Like, he just played the game for fucking hundreds of hours. He's like, all right.
To be honest, do you not mind? Many moons ago, when we were all flat playing the Genesis collection on the Mega Drive, and Dom and I stayed up all night trying to like best time. Drinking red wine and best time Green Hill Zone Act 1. I remember I was getting it down to like 22 seconds, so I would have beat that guy. This is Joe, by the way, speed run boy, giving it like this was almost committed to muscle memory at one point round yours.
I think I went to bed.
You did. You went to bed, and me and Dom stayed up playing this, trying to see if you could get through this as quick as possible. And there's like see, I'm doing better than that QA dude. And this is like, that's it. It's not one of my best times, but I should hit something if I jump here. There you go.
Lisa around 14 says amazing game, best soundtrack. Soundtrack's great. Game, I think, Joe, you would say this was an amazing game, yeah?
The game is amazing. Yeah. I mean, it's not, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do, you know? Look at all those points I got just for running that really quickly.
Not too bad.
But yeah, that's how you lose that. I was looking at my phone.
See, this is making me feel ill watching this thing.
Yeah, but I think it was to show off, like, shit could spin and that. You didn't get stuff to spin very much in, like... You know, it's a bit like a weird tech. Don't see how the name of the level comes up as well. It's not like Mario just being like, here you are. Remember the first Mario where it's just like World 1-1, like no animation, black screen, white text. Like, it's a lot of style. I don't know how much substance Sonic actually has. Very little, really, when you think about, you know, his origins and all that. But
are we going to get the Sonic origin story sometime?
No, it's the Sonic origin story has been done to death by louder and louder YouTubers.
Is there actually a Sonic origin
story? Oh, you
story?
mean like an in-world origin story? I thought you meant the...
Yeah.
Oh, right. There is one. I forget exactly what it is. I mean, they probably do it in the film. I never went to go see it, but I should have.
But it was good.
I'd watch it. It's like, I watched the Pokemon film, and that was alright as well. The Detective Pikachu thing. It was a giggle. But yeah, there's definitely like I think they do an origin story in that. I thought you meant just like Sonic in our world, how he came about, because that's obviously all over the interweb. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think we should leave it there because I'm getting quite annoyed at Sonic, and it's going to be hard to defend him if I'm getting wound up by this.
I really want to come back to this and talk about Sonic.
Well, I think we should
for a bit longer.
Well, we should talk about Sonic's origin, or move on to Sonic 2 or Sonic 3 or something, because they are like better.
Can we play? I think we should play one of the 3D ones as a nice comparison.
Yeah,
if we can get a hold of one of them.
Well, that's the thing, getting a hold of one of them, because obviously this is off the mini Genesis, because I cannot. Well, even if I could make it all the way back home to pull out my Mega Drive from the loft at my mum's house, I don't think they'd let me. I don't think that's considered a necessary trip under lockdown. Yes. I needed my Mega Drive. Which I don't even know if it works anymore. I mean, it should be in good nick. It's all covered up in that. I am one of these people who, like, it's up in the loft, covered with some old bedding or something to keep like the dust and moisture off it. Not the best way to do, but it's better than just leaving it out in the oven.
One thing to ask you, actually, since Crash Bandicoot kind of came out of Sonic and Mario, and is basically kind of a committee-driven, I guess, attempt to kind of replicate the success of those two games. Did you prefer playing this now, or did you prefer playing Crash Bandicoot? Like, which do you think held it better in your... Because I remember
Sonic is my jam, but remember that for Crash Bandicoot, I'd mapped the analog stick to the buttons and couldn't use the D-pad, which completely ruined Crash. So I think Crash would be better with a controller. Since this is the mini Mega Drive, I have got a fairly faithful replica Mega Drive controller. So this is the real I am. I'm playing it with the 3-button Mega Drive Genesis controller that I think is you know what, like, some purists will probably be like, oh, it's a terrible copy of the old thing or whatever. I don't know what people say. There will be people who will be upset about the quality of this controller that comes with like the Mega Drive Mini. But since it's been about 30 years since I've played, well, no, probably about 25 years since I played a Mega Drive, it seems pretty authentic to me. It seems like, yep, it's got 3 buttons. It's made of plastic. It's not at all ergonomic. It's like weirdly uncomfortable, like, but sort of comfortable. Like, my hands knew exactly how to fit around this controller and press the buttons, and, you know, even doing a cheeky bit of as we were talking about the other night, rocking the thumb over all the buttons. So I don't know if you remember what the so these 3 buttons are in a line, like buttons A, B, and C are in almost a straight line. And even though you only need 1 button to play Sonic, they all do the same thing. They all jump. My thumb sort of like rested diagonally across all 3 of them, and like I'm using like the joint at the like base of my palm for button C, the joint in the middle for B, and the tip of my thumb for button A. Like, it looks so... looking down at my hand and what it's done, it's like, that looks so uncomfortable. How did I spend hours doing that as a kid? And why do I have such crippling arthritis in my hands?
At the ripe old age of 32.
Aye, exactly. But yeah, I think we'll leave it there, because I can't do with flipping slow ass marble zone again.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I'll take care, and I'll.
Take care. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for coming. Check this out on YouTube.